Hello, it's Bobby aka Paginator, and we are doing our Sharkathon wrap up for 2024. It's been about a week since Shark Week ended in Sharkathon, and I don't know about you guys, but I watched some incredible shows on the Discovery Channel for Shark Week. It was awesome. It took me a little bit longer to get the watching done, and I've talked about that before. I had some family things going on, but I'm only counting my reads during the actual days of Shark Week, so we'll talk about what I read, etc. in a little bit. I am going to have results as far as like our top 3 places and that kind of stuff, but we're going to set these things out of the way. Cat Shark, by the way, is just going to stay named Cat Shark. A couple of you suggested names, and they were cute, but it was just like not resonating with me, I guess. So Cat Shark's just going to stay named Cat Shark. So here is my junk journal for Sharkathon. I did a video showing the bare bones of it, and I'm pretty sure I didn't have this picture on the front. This is one that I created with an AI thing, and we've got some pirate ships, and a shark is coming through here, and I used some kind of gilding wax to age some of the edges and that kind of stuff. Now I will tell you that I'm probably going to do some more decorating and art stuff in this journal even though Shark Week's over, because I have so much pirate stuff and sharky kind of stuff that there's lots of room to add things. So right when we open it up, I added this little tag or word thing that says pirates with a piece of an old cloth book cover underneath it. And then we have this good looking pirate right here. There's just a little card to go in the front pocket, and it just says Shark Week 2024 on the back. I got this envelope from Inky Fingers Society. It was already coffee dyed and sewn around, and I decorated the front of it. In the inside I put a little card, and I'll show that to you in a second. On the front cover, this is a picture. I used, one of those Facebook AI things that turns your profile picture into something else, and so I did this historical lady, and I thought she might work for the time period. I don't know. Anyway, this is my Elizabeth Swann era right here. Let's take this little shark paper clip off, and I'll show you this card. This is not really Shark Week related, but since we're doing pirates in this journal. This says, if you're ever sad, just remember that the world is 4.543 billion years old, and you have somehow managed to exist at the same time as Johnny Depp. So I actually made this after I put this down because I hated the cutesy look of it. It just didn't go with what I was wanting. I wanted to do more vintage kind of stuff because that's really my thing with junk journaling. Anyway, this is the show list for the new shows for Shark Week 2024. Cat Shark's down here, and we've got some little stickers. Don't get me wrong, the stickers are really cute, and it was handy to have the show list here, but I just wanted the journal to open with something vintagey, which is why I made this. And so it's just going to clip on right here. A lot of these pages just have some writing on them, thoughts about what I was doing during that time, etc. We did do some artsy things. This one didn't quite turn out as nice as I would have liked it to, but anyway. This has a cute little bag that I just flipped upside down and glued the top edge, and there's a journal card in here. And again, just some more writing. This has got a little pocket with a journaling card. This flips down, and I haven't written anything here yet. I'm going to have to go back and add stuff when I continue to do work on this. I should have written on this page, but I didn't. That's okay. We've got another card here tucked into the lunch sack. The first book I read during this time was Cafe by the Sea by Jenny Colgan, and I was really excited about it because I love her cozy seaside Scottish romances, and this one was a letdown. There wasn't much in the way of characters really. The two characters that end up falling for each other, they didn't really talk to each other about anything. They just started making out, and then all of a sudden they were in love, and so each of them gave their viewpoints to the reader, but they didn't talk to each other about stuff. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. The sharks over here are annoyed too. They're like, stop talking. For every Shark Week show that I watched, I took some notes. Some shows got more notes than others, depending on how excited I was. Look, 2 cat sharks hiding in here. And yeah, I know there's still some available space. There's lots toward the end, so I could have actually written a lot more. But anyway, I started reading The Line Tender about this time, and it was wonderful. I read it in less than 24 hours. It was a middle grade realistic fiction about a young girl whose mother died ages ago, and the mom was a marine biologist, and they live in Cape Cod, I believe, and she and her best friend are making this field book over the summer, or field guide, and if any animal they see in person, they can put in the field guide, and they turn it in when they go back to school in the fall and start the year with extra credit, which is kind of cool. Anyway, she and her best friend Fred get to see a great white shark because a fisherman accidentally caught it, and it had died in the net and stuff, so he hauled it up, and everyone was coming to look at it and stuff, so they got to put that in, and that sparked her interest in sharks and learning more about what her mom used to do. There are some sad things that happen in this book, and I'm not going to tell you what those are, but I am just going to tell you, if you choose to pick up The Line Tender, it is so worth the read. It might be my favorite book of the month so far, but it is emotional, and it might be a little bit tough. I did listen to Island of the Blue Dolphins on audio. I was kind of at a family reunion, and at night, before I'd lay down to bed, I'd listened to a few chapters of that book, and it was just awesome to reread. I hadn't read it since I was in high school, maybe before that, but I love that book. This is a cute little page that my youngest nephew helped me design. There's some little denim threads right here that he pulled out of my scrap. He pulled it out of my scrap bowl, a piece of denim, and he was pulling on the threads, and I thought, hey, let's put some on there. Anyway, he helped me design this page, which was kind of fun. And we had a movie day in the camp trailer. He and I watched a movie while we were waiting for his mom and dad and brothers to come. And after I finished The Line Tender, I wanted to read Mermedusa, which is the last book in the Eerie on Sea series by Thomas Taylor. It was an absolutely phenomenal wrap-up to the series. So both that one and The Line Tender got 5 stars for me. They were just wonderful. And then I reached the point where Shark Week was over, so the reading recording stopped. I kept reading other things, but I didn't count them towards Sharkathon. And I just was writing down stuff about the shows that I was watching. So there were a lot of interesting shows, and this is another thing that I got from the Discovery page. It just showed some of the topics that would be covered on each day of Shark Week. Oops, those pages are stuck together. You're going to see cat sharks popping up here and there. I just wanted to make sure that Cat Shark was included because it was their idea to do a pirate journal in the first place. This, I just stuck some little piratey cards, just stuck them in here for a little flippy thing. This is one of my favorite pages that I've done so far. We have male and female pirate, and it says yo-ho, and the background is all like mermaid pages. Now you can see that this page is coming out, which means the corresponding page is also ripped. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to get it back like connected to the book, but I'm going to figure it out because, as I said, one of my favorite pages that I made, I'm not going to let it just go missing or something. More notes. This was one of my favorite shows, Alien Shark, Ghost of Japan. It was so interesting, and they saw all different kinds of sharks, guitar sharks. They were looking for a Japanese angel shark, which they ended up finding one. Giant velvet dogfish. They found 2 that were pregnant, and they had pulled them up on fishing lines. And it was a catch and release thing. It was just for science. They weren't going to like actually harvest the sharks. But these 2 female velvet dogfish were giving birth. Like, they pulled them out onto the ship deck and pups popped out. It was amazing. So they immediately got both the mums and the babies into a tank, and they were able to release all the animals successfully back into the ocean. But it was so amazing to see that. John Cena was supposedly the host of Shark Week, and I didn't really watch much with him in it. I watched the thing where he was talking about shark feeding habits, and he drank a chum smoothie, but I don't think he was on like a full episode, unless I missed something. So let me know if I missed something. The shark attack shows I wasn't really interested in. Sharkano was another one that was interesting. Paul DeGelder, if you watch Shark Week, you know who he is. He is a shark attack victim who's now an advocate, and he dives with sharks all the time, goes with scientists, etc. And they went to the Solomon Islands to look for different kinds of sharks that were there. So that was really cool. And they end up swimming really close to an active underwater volcano. It was kind of amazing. I love this page because it actually tore when I was in the dying process, but it could be just that a shark swam along and bit it. Actually, maybe cat shark bit it. Cat shark, did you bite this page? You can tell me. I won't be mad. I might just be disappointed though. Let's see. Sharktopia was another one that was absolutely amazing. They went to Indonesia, and there's this young scientist there. She is awesome. She's got this plan to conserve the species of the leopard shark, which is almost extinct. And so they were going to try to find some existing leopard sharks because she had some babies, leopard shark eggs in her hatchery that were about to hatch. And if she could find where other leopard sharks were living, then she'd know where to release them when they were old enough to do so. And they didn't end up finding any adult leopard sharks, but they found a really beautiful and safe ecosystem to put the babies in when they eventually get old enough. But in the process, they found some really interesting sharks. They found some walking sharks, some wobbegongs, some tasseled wobbegongs. Let's see, we saw the baby leopard sharks too that were hatched during the video, some manta rays, which were insanely gorgeous, and two whale sharks, oh my gosh. There were also cat sharks. Cat shark was very excited about that. He's like, oh, my cousin. And some more wobbegongs, some gray reef sharks, black tips, silver tips, spot tail sharks. And they were also able to collect some prey items in this spot that they feel like they're going to be able to release these babies. And they took the prey items, just some little crabs and different things, and fed them to the babies, and the babies ate them. So they're kind of trying to assimilate them to things they'll be used to when they get to their new home, which I think is interesting. And then just some notes about Shark Attack Island, which was the last show that I had to watch. So from here onward, so the rest of the second signature and all of the third signature is still empty. A few little decorations here and there. Cat shark is in there a little bit, but there's space for me to work. So I don't really want to say, oh, I'll use this next year for Sharkathon because I want to do something new. I might just get it out and play with it every once in a while. Maybe if I watch Pirates of the Caribbean, I'll do some journaling about that or something. If I watch it for the 100th time, I don't know. Or any other pirate-related things. Since One-Eyed Willie is in here, you know, we could do something with him. This is the other half of the page, and they were two book pages that were joined together. You know, that Yoho one that I showed you. So I've got to figure out how to get those put back in safely, and yeah, there we are. So there's our journal. We'll let you take a good look at One-Eyed Willie. Very proud of him. I used embossing powder to make his patch, and you might be thinking, well, why is there like a eyeball on there? If you watch the Goonies, One-Eyed Willie has like some silver metal pieces on his eye patch. So I was trying to stick to as close as I could to him. Okay, enough rambling about that. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of information. So we had not a ton of people participating. I will say that right off. I have a small channel. I don't mind that I have a small channel. I kind of wish more people participated this year, but you know what? I can't be picky. It's summer, it's busy, you know, not everybody's able to join in on things like this. Anyway, out of the few of us that did read and log our reads, we read 22 books. The most popular prompts were, in first place, whale shark, which was the favorite genre. And then a tie for second and third place was the cat shark, interesting cover, and the Atlantic weasel shark set in a different country. Hound shark was the least popular prompt, which was neutral colors on the cover, which, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Out of the books that we read, 72.7% were shark or ocean related. 27.3% were not. And now we get to talk about placings. I'm going to show you third through first place. every year I tally points a little bit differently, just to kind of like make it so that people can't try to figure out how I do it and try to hack it in some way. Not that I think any of you guys would, but you know, some people out there are selfish. So with the way that I tallied points, it just, yeah, I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to let you wonder about it, but I will say that any book that you read that was shark or ocean related helped your score greatly. Before I go through the placings, I just want to give a shout out to Mummy to a Rockstar. She has participated every year that I can remember, at least anyway, with Sharkathon, and she ended up getting sick and wasn't able to log her reads. So sorry that you got sick, but thank you so much for participating. And anyone else out there who participated but didn't log your reads, thank you for participating and joining in. And here we go. So in third place with a score of 2,385 points was Silent Scribe. Congratulations. Well done. In second place with just barely more, 2,570 points, me, Paginator. And in first place with a ridiculously large amount of points, 6,642, is a Goblin Shark Ate My Dad. What a great username. So congratulations to you. You definitely killed it. Would have won first place no matter how I tallied the points anyway. This person read 13 books and almost all of them were ocean or shark related. It was frankly amazing to look at their stats, so good job. So that's going to be it for Sharkathon this year. If you have any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, etc. for next year's Sharkathon, please hit me up in the comments below or shoot me an email. I always have my email linked in the description below, as well as I think both of my Instagrams are there. So search through the stuff down below and find me somehow and share your ideas and thoughts. And I hope you guys had fun with Shark Week, whether you read and participated in the readathon or not. I hope you got to watch at least a Shark Week show. If you didn't, go back, get on Discovery Plus. They're all available there. And I'm sure that the regular Discovery Channel on like cable, whatever TV satellite you have, will rerun episodes as well. Sharks are absolutely amazing. I love them, and I learn more about them every year, so I hope to continue to do Sharkathon in the future, and I hope you guys will join in and get your friends to join in as well. So, having said that, we're going to wrap this up and hopefully get on to some other productive things today. Have a wonderful, magical, and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.